Hi guys, welcome. I'm Sandy and I am sick and tired of having too many strips of leftover fabric around here. It feels wasteful and it clutters my tiny sewing space. And if you have the same scrappy problem as I do, then this video is for you. Because today I am putting my strips to good use with a couple of fun, really easy to make Hidden Wells quilt blocks. This one is going to be really fun. We are making Hidden Wells quilt blocks using 3, 4, 5, and 7 strips of fabric. So no time to waste. Let's get to them. So what we've got here, we cut 3 2.5 by 13.5 strips of different fabrics, and then we've sewn them all together. Then we pressed the seams to make our new rectangle nice and smooth. And be careful as you press, okay? We don't want to make our strips wonky, okay? We need them nice and straight, so don't pull on your fabric too much. So after we pressed, we are just going to see how tall our rectangle is. So, 6.25. So now we are going to cut 2 6-inch squares. 1, trim this one a little bit over there, and 2. And this is probably, the most important step of the whole thing, to make sure these squares are nice and straight, because our next step is placing one square on top of the other, right sides together, but we are going to change the direction of the strips, meaning one has horizontal strips and the other has vertical strips, just like so. So we put them one on top of the other. We pin them together to make sure they won't move. So now what we do is we sew on all 4 sides of our squares, okay? With 1/4 inch foot. And now comes the second most crucial step of the whole project, because we are cutting our square diagonally in both ways, okay? Like we're cutting like a cross pattern into it. So let's do that. So once, and this will give us 4 tiny squares, which we will then trim to like 3 inches each, making sure to hit that 45-degree line right in the middle of these squares. Let me show you. So here we go. Here's our 45-degree line, right where we want it, and it's about, 3 3/4, I would say. Okay, so now we are ready to play with our 4 pieces of our puzzle. Let's see what we can come up with, okay? So first one, we will go like this. Okay, so this one would be our first. Pretty cute, and this is a very well-known version of the Hidden Wells quilt block. Then we can just, roll it around and do something like this, for example, which I really like. Here is a new one, a strippy one, which I think is also pretty cool and not as common. You don't see it as often. Then let's see, what else can we do? Maybe make it a cross. Look at that. Look at that, so cute. Yeah, this one is just awesome. With only 3 strips, there is a lot we can do. But guess what? It gets so much better when I just add a couple more blocks to it. Let's see what we come up with. So let's say we did this exact layout. Oh, no, this one is like this. that. And we could go on. I have more, you know. I have been having a lot of fun with these lately. So I made a couple of these, well, of the tiny ones. The 7 strips, I must confess, I did not. Okay, so next, let's try this with 4 strips of fabric, shall we? We're still keeping our strips to 2.5 inches, but now we need about 18.5 inches for the length. Now I'm going to press and then we're going to cut 2 squares. Now I do advise you to use a bigger ruler. I'm doing it like this, but it is a big gamble, okay? So we just measure the height and cut equal lengths for our squares like so, and you know what comes next? We will place them on top of one another, right sides together, different directions, and we will sew, so like this. And we will just sew around all the 4 sides. And now, of course, just like we did for the first one, we will carefully cut diagonally into 4 smaller squares. So next step, we will press and we will trim them and then we will play. And now we play. So here is one, so cute. So now maybe we use, you know, 2 blocks to remove the best from each other. So here would be the one. So you'd have this one as well. Yeah, we need to push this even further down. This, oops, and maybe try to, and one of these. I mean, how cute does this look? Can you imagine a whole quilt made of these? Actually, you know what? Let me try and take a few photographs and see what I can do. I think that sometimes when I make just one quilt block, it kind of gets lost in translation, which is a pity. So you see the quilt block, but it's really hard to imagine, you know, a bigger pattern made of, you know, dozens of them. So let's see what I can do. Yeah, look at that. It is perfect. Perfect. I'm not even sure it's my favorite version. How about you? Any favorites? Let me know in a comment below, please, because I'd love to know. Also, before we continue, I'd like to take a few seconds to thank you guys, you know, for your support. Each time you watch, like, or comment on one of my videos, you know, each time you buy something from Amazon using my affiliate links, or each time you purchase something on my Etsy Sandy-owned shop, or when you support me on Patreon, you are allowing me to actually make a living out of creating content and sewing, which are my absolute favorite things in life. And for that, I'm very grateful for all of you. Okay guys, time for our 5-strip version, and I think it's time to shake things up a little bit. So now we are going to try different size strips for this one. So here's our rectangle, all nice and sewn, and what we have here is 1 1 3/4 by, I would say, 24, 22 inches maybe. 1 2.5 by the same length. This one is 3.5. This one is again 2.5, and this is again 1 3/4. So you know what comes next? We switch it around and we sew all 4 sides. Okay, so here are our 4 mini squares. I have sewn and I have cut them diagonally to make them 4 different squares. Then I pressed and I trimmed them and they are 6 inches, okay? Let's see. Yeah, we want these little diamonds in the middle. Right there. Ah, so cute, so colorful. I am loving these. Let's see, what else can we do? Do it like this. And then maybe like this. It gets some kind of a heart shape, kind of an arrow, pointy. Yeah, I think this is actually cute too. A little bit unpredictable, really. And if we turn all of these around, of course. And again, as we add the other blocks, you know, you get this awesome big picture that shows you the entire potential of these quilt blocks. I mean, who knew that Hidden Wells blocks could be this versatile? You know, for me, there was just one configuration, the diamond shape at the middle, the vertical stripes around it, but I guess I've been doing these variation videos with you guys long enough to know that there is no such thing as a boring, predictable quilt block. Now comes the 7-strip Hidden Wells quilt blocks. So these are our pretty huge quilt blocks. Okay guys, so I have taken 7 strips of 2.5 by like 13 or something like that inches. I have sewn them together, I have pressed, I have cut 2, I think it was 15-inch, yeah, I think it was 15-inch squares. I have put one on top of the other, I sewed all around it, I cut it diagonally, and here are our 4 mini, well, you know, they're not really mini, but they are smaller than the original, I guess. And yeah, I have trimmed them into 9.5 inches, 9 inches, I think it's 9 inches. And we are ready to play. So let's start by making a little, whoops, dog ears all around. Let's make a cross. Just like that. So yeah, my zoom is as far as it goes, but I think you get the picture. A nice little cross, nice little hearts. They look like hearts to me. I don't know if they look to you. All of them. And we get a nice little diamond with all the strips around them, which are pretty cool. Let's see, what else can we do here? Maybe this one here, and maybe this one here. Would this work? This kind of, do you see the zigzag? Is it just me? Maybe it's just me. Wait, let me see if I can. Oh no, this one is in reverse. Yeah, okay. I'll come this way. No? Let's see what else. Maybe if we do it like this, and then like this. Look at that. All the little ribbons. I like this one. So you see all the strips here, and then you have all the strips around it. Yeah, this one's pretty cool, don't you agree? Yeah. Can you see the little heart? Is it just me? Am I just seeing? Well, it's turned upside down, but you know, you see the little heart here. Let me turn this one around. Whoop. Because I definitely see a heart here, guys. Let me see if you agree. Do you see a heart? Is it just me? Am I going crazy? Have I been doing Hidden Well quilt blocks for too long now and I'm going insane? Because to me, this is definitely a heart. I'm telling you, these variants are gorgeous. And there you have it, guys. Hidden Wells quilt block variations that turn some leftover strips of fabric into quilting gold. And as easy as they come, right? Now this was a really fun one, guys. I loved it. I hope you did too. Thank you for doing this with me, and I'll see you really, really soon. Bye bye.